This is Corey Ashley from BrooklynBaritone.com. You're more than likely checking me out on my BrooklynBaritone.com site, or my Vimeo site, or my YouTube site. Hello, if this is a return visit, hello again. I'm doing another one of my segments, of course, supposed to be inspirational. This is off the top of my head. Most of these that I do is just free-flowing. I'm freestyling, just off the top of my head, something that I had in my mind, and what I've had in my mind as well, which is putting certain pieces together with all of them that I'm doing is history. It's all about knowing history so you know where you're headed to. If you know history, that means you know the true origins of things. Once you know the true origins of things, you could start seeing things plainly and start making much better decisions with what you do in your life and everything around you. If you know your history, you know why your family has a last name. If you know your history of your family, if you know the separation or segregation issues of America or even the world, you should at least have dabbled somewhat in the history of where racism came from, how it came about, and why it's still prevalent, or why there's certain stereotypes and certain social, political, economical issues right now. You'll be a lot more adjusted and learned of why things are the way they are. Once you know history, you would also know the true origins of a lot of traditions that most of us, practice in doing. You can know the history of the Pilgrims, of Christopher Columbus, know the history of many things that were left out, or many things that just weren't added, either on purpose or because people left things on the wayside because it didn't fit in with how they want to move forward with things. Basically, if you know history of things, you know the origins of things, then it'll be much more clear to know the truth of things, of why things are the way it is. The way that you improve yourself is to know where you come from or where certain things come from. That means you have a much more clear respect in how to engage the present with everything that's happening now, what's happening right now, this second and the next second that's coming. You have a better mindset of how to adjust yourself. You have a better educational mind. You are practicing your intellect a lot more and not just being ignorant. When you're ignorant, you just maybe want to only succumb to what you're feeling at the time, which is okay. It's cool, but you have to know how to combine that with wisdom. And with wisdom, you have to have, as I always say, humility. You have humility, you would understand, or at least try to have an understanding of the truth and where things come from and why things are the way they are, why you are and other people are the way that they are, who they are. Once you could properly engage in the present situation and see things for what they are and what they are not, regardless of who's saying it or how many people are saying it and trying to push that agenda or image, you can better prepare for the future. I know a lot of people who do try to discount the history of things. Oh, it doesn't matter anymore. Everything matters. Everything matters according to our existence, according to our well-being, our livelihood. See, when you put things by the wayside, you lose respect. You lose respect for the world that we're in. When you lose respect for the world that you're in, then you're gonna lose value, or your values are gonna shift, or you're gonna make your own type of virtual values, or we will live in a society where people make their own kind of value system. And that's exactly what's happening now. And the problem is, a lot of the truth is not pretty, because in order to make a not authentic, but a synthetic reality, basically, when you choose to leave out the origins, the history, the truth of things, when you decide to uncover the sheet or peel the layers back, that makes people uneasy because people have become complacent. They enjoyed this flavor of life that's been sold to them. They enjoy this flavor of life that they got so used to tasting all the time. When we use tropical punch Kool-Aid, I used to drink it all the time. So my insides were dyed very, very red, I'm sure of it. But as an ex-Kool-Aid drinker, yeah, it tasted great. It tasted beautiful. Like seeing that deep red, that nice little tangy, strong taste of all that sugary goodness. All right? But then people tell me, hey, that's not good for you. Don't tell me it's not good for you. You need to drink more water. Well, it has water in it. Listen, it's not killing me. Come on, just leave me alone. Let me enjoy what I'm enjoying. Who are you to tell me? Well, usually the people, they're telling you because they care about you. They want you to be aware of something that you apparently are being ignorant to. So it takes a good amount of humility to put that pride away and see, hey, this Tropical Punch Kool-Aid is not good for me or anybody else to consume. It looks great. Hey, Kool-Aid Man is on the package. You know, okay, it's a likable character, but that's all psyops. That's all marketing to get people's attention, to like something, to attract them to something. All that dye they put in there is not good for your insides, because that thing many times spilled on the table and it stained the table for a while. So imagine what it's doing to your nice, warm, moist organs inside. Yeah, all that beautiful dye is getting inside your brain. Okay, so I don't think it's good in the long run. But I see the origin where it came from. I love the taste of it, the look of it, the smell of it. I was willing to ignore the origins of it. It's not something that was really natural. It's made for you. It's not really made for your best interest. It's just for a moment for your tongue to enjoy sweetness, and then that's it. After that is gone, then you want more and more and more, just putting more of that stuff that's not good for you inside your body. Well, that's where a lot of us are right now. A lot of us are in that state of mind and being where we don't want to give up what we want. We don't want to give up our Tropical Punch Kool-Aid. No matter what it is, it adheres exactly to whatever it is that we are dealing with in life. Whether people, we know we live in a life where it's unfair. We know certain things should not be as it is. So we should always welcome the truth, not the manufactured, synthetic, fake truth, the real truth. So we have to really own up to history and what happened. Regardless, I'm talking about everything. I am talking about everything. Talking about biblically, there are a lot of things that I see were proven. I see a lot of things that are left out in racism in this world. I see people don't remember a lot of atrocities, and people don't remember a lot of great things that happened in life. There's so many things that happen that we're not taught. So much things that are presented to us that is not how things really were. It's not how things originated. We have so much origins from things that we deal with every day. We are so lost. We don't know where we are. We think we know what we're doing, but you don't. How can you possibly know what you're about, where you're going, how you know your answer is right if you are unwilling to accept history for what it is? Do not forget your origins. Do not forget where you come from. Your family, know who your family is. Know where they came from. Know what they're about. Know whatever secrets they have, anything prideful you could think of, anything deep and dark. You should know about these things. Know about the history of your country. Know about the history of your people around you, your friends around you. You have to dig before you really want to go in the future. Before you want to step forward, you have to be humble, step back. Then you can move forward in a much more positive and a much more confident and a much more truthful and solid direction. History is not meant to just be forgotten by the wayside because you feel it's inconvenient to you or because you feel it doesn't keep up with the times. Sure, things may have to change because people change, but everything that's the truth cannot be changed. It cannot be forgotten, nor it should be forgotten, because all the bad things that happen, you will repeat it. Go down the same path. You forget the truth, you will not go down the truthful path. It'll be a manufactured path, and you'll be in this virtual reality that people try to sell you because they don't want to tell you about the origins of history. So much things in the history books are wrong. So much things that we're taught every day, even on, play things like the Discovery Channel, is wrong. So many things are wrong and left out. And us as a culture, we do very little to actually demand that we get taught better, to demand the real truth. So there's no way that we can possibly go forward in the future because we don't understand our past. History is very important. History is very important. I think everybody should take that very seriously. I'm taking that a little bit more seriously now, and I understand the importance. I could never say that's ancient history, oh, that's in the past, forget about it. You could probably think about that with certain negative experiences, because you have to move on and you have to forgive, yes, but I'm not talking about those things that happen to you if you happen to have bad blood between you and somebody else. I'm not talking about that. So if you're listening to this, that's not an excuse to say, don't let it go. I'm just talking about the truth of things. It could be bad blood, but remember, okay, this person probably lied to me, so I have to remember that he lied to me in the past, so I could be wiser in the future. I have to remember that me and this person had a falling out because we just had a disagreement. I have to remember in the future, if I'm still dealing with that person, that we may have a disagreement. And remember that. So that will help you in the future with that relationship with that person. That's how you can put it in that perspective. But we have to always cement ourselves to what really happened in life, in the world around us, in the past. That will help us move forward. This is why we're so broken right now, because we are so disjointed and so disengaged from what happened in the past. We're so concerned about the here and now. We don't even care about the future. We talk about the future, but people only care about the here and now. And of course, if you don't know where you came from and the rest of the world came from, there's no possible way that the here and now is built on solid, definite grounds. It's shaky grounds. So if you're on shaky ground right now, your future don't look that great. Educate yourselves. I've said in the past, we have big, beautiful brains. We should use them. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful gift that we've been given. Utilize it. You'll be happier. You'll be happier. You may find out things that you don't like. It may make you sick, because I've gone through my stages of being kind of sick and disgusted with how things are, but it did help me in the long run recognize what it is we're dealing with each other, and what we face in the future. And we're better off if we study all these things, so we could teach ourselves and teach our future generations, Father willing. That's all I had on my head for now. Kind of ramble, had a little ums and ahs, little gaps in between. I just wanted to get that out, push that out, get it off my chest. Thank you so much for listening. If you have endured this long of me talking, please visit my site often, brooklynbaritone.com. Feel free to leave a message, comment. Check out my other sites as well, other portions as well. Visit as much as you want. The door is always open. This is Corey Ashley. Check me out on YouTube and Vimeo too. See you later.